Unibayi, and welcome to this channel where we give now bunge updates on waiting the happen for Biafran territory. The Biafran Liberation Army has engaged the Ťucano fighter jet of the terrorists at HQ Nigerian Army today, and our anti-crafts send thunderous sound from the sky, making it Ťucano to chicken out on 3 attempts. It is not by making video for propaganda. We can confirm that the BAA has overpowered their foot soldiers. That is why they were making propaganda video yesterday, claiming they buy our general. I will make now listen to the full update from the Prime Minister himself.
For us to have survived the impunity of Nigeria from our childhood to this point is a thing to celebrate. And I want to inform everybody what we are doing is to make sure that we don't hand over a life, a miserable life, to our children, our grandchildren, and our children that we're giving birth to today. That's why many of you have risen up to say what you went through before you become what you are, you will never allow your children to go through that. That's why we are in this struggle. And enough is enough. And it is time we fight for a better future for our children, hand them over to a better country and a better society, where even if we are sleeping, we will sleep in peace, knowing fully well that the government we have is a responsible government who will always be there to protect the interest and protect their lives and properties. So we don't need to sleep our eyes open. Like today, nobody, no father in Nigeria is sleeping. No mother in Nigeria is having peaceful rest. Nobody in Nigeria is resting in peace. Even ghosts are protesting in their graveyard. So we want to make sure that Biafra is a country where we are going to be driving our cars. I will not be jumping up and down in the car when you are going to the gallop. You know, like some of you in the United States, you can see that you drive, when you enter your car can even drive itself to your location without you touching the steering. So we want a smooth road. We want to have infrastructure. We want to build social amenities. We want to have those things that we are enjoying here, which we never had the opportunity to enjoy, which Nigeria never gave us. So we want to give those things to our people, our children, those who are at home, and those who will return home after Biafra has been restored and become an independent state. And today we are gathering to celebrate one of our own who has distinguished herself very well in this movement, has worked assiduously to make sure that everything we are doing today is successful. All of you that are here, pray to be part of this movement till the end. Very important. You cannot just come and reach on the halfway and allow breeze to take you by the side. Continue to stand uprightly. Leave gossip. Leave gossip. Focus on what you have to offer this government, and you will see yourself to the end of the tunnel. And we are all going to make history together and celebrate. That is the word I have for you today. For more good life and healthy life, prosperity, and strength. Carry on the struggle as you have done in the past. May God bless all of you here who have rounded up and supporting her in this evening. Those who are not here, go and call them now to come more. We are counting census. So that we will know those who
marriage should not be by force, so
we will know those who are praying for long life, and those who are not here should come and say hello or send a message. All right. So I'm going to be excusing myself, maybe watching from the other side of the world. I'll go and join the social media.
Now, why Prime Minister talks said, dear President, Ukraine, Portugal, and the rest, we in Finland are worried about Ukraine war and food, but Ukraine is sending grains to Nigeria, the biggest sponsor of Hamas. What type of double standard is this? I have personally sent money to Ukraine severally. Why are you funding and feeding extremists? The grain you send to Nigeria will not be shared to the people of Biafra, but the northern Nigerians. Are Ukrainians in support of the double standard? Make now listen to the news in full details from Prime Minister Mouth.
Thank you very much. You can imagine the situation where the country that is at war is sending grains to Islamic State of Nigeria. All is audio. You send grains to Nigeria that is richer than you. What a point is Ukraine trying to make here? Nothing. Ukraine came to Nigeria to solicit for funds just a few months ago. And I don't think Nigeria gave them any money because they are not Islamic State. Okay? Now, Ukraine is sending grains to Nigeria for food scarcity. Who are those going to benefit from the grains? You are going to watch and see whether Nigeria will share grains to people. There is no database to distribute grains to people. There is no data, there is no nothing how you are going to distribute these grains to people that are hungry. It is corruption. You continue to give grains to Nigeria, you continue to support evil, corruption, stealing, fraud. Because without grain, nobody would do fraud with the grain. But now Ukraine have sent grains to Nigeria. They have, facilitated another fraud because there is going to be a very big fraud and a scandal in this sharing of the grain. Everybody know what happened during the COVID-19. The COVID-19, many goods and services, many commodities that were seized by Nigeria Custom were packed in warehouses. And those warehouses, they opened it and shared those items to representatives, Nigeria representatives within Biafra territory. All of them, they seized it. They didn't want to share it to the people. Okay? And the people of Nigeria had to discover where these items were packed. They break it by themselves, and carried it by themselves, and many people were killed. So Ukraine is at war. Ukraine don't have food to eat. Ukraine, people like us have sent money to even Ukraine. Today, the war is still there. They are looking for people to fight for them in Ukraine. As I'm talking to you today, the many nations, many countries within the European Union are sending men to go there and fight. Just a few days ago, somebody from Finland died there who is fighting for Ukraine. They killed him. That Ukraine is now sending grain. Ukraine that they are hungry are sending grain to Nigeria to continue to support evil because something they are targeting. They can never get it. I'm telling you the fact. Nigeria is going down. Biafra will crash that particular interest that is making them to continue to fund terrorism by proxy. That's our message to Ukraine. You can't fund a foundation that is rotten to continue to feed your ego or whatever the motive it is that makes you to fund Nigeria by sending grains to people who never cared about the citizens. They think that people are dying of hunger. When you send grain to Nigeria, they are going to share to the citizens? Never. We are going to wait to see how the grains will be shared. That's all I want to say this evening. Thank you. And I know many of them are watching me now on Twitter because many of the journalists are watching what we're doing. They're following us bomber to bomber because they know the momentum we are using now is something they can never ignore. You can never ignore us. And in a few days' time, we will again bomb them again in the mainstream media. It is going to shock everyone. Thank you.
Yes, Obata Obe, and welcome back to this channel. Our Prime Minister person with the talk and the show. Now why say no matter the kind of propaganda the Islamic State of Nigeria bring come, we dey serve them. Wetin happened where I report about the Ťucano jet happened this morning. And this our equipment we would use now homemade and home developed. Now remember during the Biafra war, after some time, Biafrans go inside university, sit down, think about the weapon we go use. Now why, if you go check YouTube, you will see some kind of weapon we use like Ogbonigwe Now, developed weapons for Biafra land. For this matter, me I go rest my case. Una thank you.